Nipsey Hussle was a rapper and entrepreneur from the Crenshaw neighborhood in Los Angeles. From a young age of 5, he had ambitions of becoming a rapper and earning his way to the top. Heavily inspired by the group Criss Cross and his older brother Sam, he began writing raps and making beats. From day one, Nipsey had an entrepreneurial spirit. He would mow lawns and shine shoes to make some extra money, but no matter how much he made, he wouldn't spend his money. This would play a huge part in his $100 mixtape concept. Nipsey would stack his money and then brainstorm how he could turn it into more money. In 2005, Nipsey dropped his first mixtape, Slossin' Boy, which came out on his own independent label, Slossin' Boy Records. After 8 years of dropping several projects and building notoriety around his name, Nipsey decided to throw a curveball at the music industry. On the 8th of October 2013, Nipsey Hussle dropped his much anticipated project Crenshaw, but there was a twist. The day before the mixtape would go up for free online, he spread the word that you could buy a physical copy for $100. Now, why would someone buy a mixtape for $100 when they could just get it for free? Nipsey had been reading different self-help and entrepreneurial books, but one book in particular really caught his interest. The book was called Contagious: Why Things Catch On by Jonah Berger. In this book, Jonah wrote about a restaurant in Philadelphia called Barsley Prime, where they sold a cheesesteak for $100 along with half a bottle of champagne. The reason behind charging this amount was to build an experience and conduct a narrative. While at first, the general public laughed and attempted to debunk the concept, the $100 cheesesteak began to catch headlines. The price tag piqued interest and sparked curiosity in America. Celebrities such as Jay Leno and David Beckham would even go to check it out. The cheesesteak was many things: a staple of status, a new attraction, and most importantly, a conversation starter. This is when Nipsey had an idea. Why doesn't he apply the same concept to music? But how would it work when music and cheesesteaks are very different industries and have incompatible identities? Nipsey spent a lot of time thinking about this concept and started to piece a plan together. Yes, Nipsey was inspired by $100 cheesesteaks, but he would have to do more research to execute his idea. So, Nipsey studied how the gaming community works and how fans interact with products, especially the game Halo. He saw how they had the main product for $60 and then sold a more expensive version that came with an extra feature. The people who were dedicated and engaged with the brand would usually buy the more expensive version. Knowing that selling a mixtape for $100 was a definite risk, Nipsey powered ahead with the idea. As Nipsey was aware of the business, he knew it was important to still have the music on platforms so that the general fans and new fans could check it out. Nip and his team made the decision to hold a pop-up shop selling the $100 mixtape the night before the mixtape would be released. He spread the word through his social media platforms in local neighborhoods, but the hip-hop community widely rejected the idea when news broke, with DJs and artists calling it stupid and arrogant. But Nipsey did not let this burst his bubble, or stifle the flow of his marathon, coining the phrase, "proud to pay." Fans who deeply endorsed his music and career were filled with excitement after that mixtape. Anyone who bought the mixtape would be given access to a secret concert called Proud to Pay. It was a chance to truly support their favourite artist, collect a rare copy, and of course, be a part of history. Fans flocked to the pop-up shop, and Nip sold out all 1,000 copies, bringing in a revenue of $100,000 in one night. Nipsey coined it one of his best moves. Word spread about the mixtape, so he released more copies, with the legend Jay-Z buying 100 copies of the mixtape for himself. Nipsey would repeat this process with pop shops while he was on tour in such places as Brooklyn and Chicago. Everybody from fans to local hustlers would buy the mixtapes. But now that he had proved the concept would work, what would he do with it? So what did Nipsey Hussle accomplish from doing the $100 mixtape? Apart from the obvious financial rewards, there are many other positive outcomes from the marketing and brand perspective. Nipsey understood the 1,000 true fans theory, proposed by Wired magazine's senior maverick Kevin Kelly back in 2008, which states that all an artist needs are 1,000 true fans to maintain a fruitful career. Nipsey also understood that just because he had hundreds of thousands of fans, they wouldn't all buy his product. Nipsey would strengthen the bond between him and his Proud to Pay fans by sending out random gifts, such as merch or signed rhyme books from when he was 16. These fans would remain loyal and committed to his future releases. Nipsey wanted to sign a record deal, but he wanted to do it on his terms. This meant having control of his assets and maintaining ownership of his masters. Doing the $100 mixtape proved that he had a connected fan base and confidence in his branding, along with impressive marketing results to back it up. He was learning and working with an incredible team, including the legendary manager Steve LaBelle, who was famous for working with everyone from Run DMC to Bone Thugs and Harmony and Big U, who was an entertainment industry executive and also a community activist. Nipsey knew the importance of building leverage and having the right team around him when it came to signing a contract. He would then repeat the $100 concept with his mixtape, Mailbox Money, selling 100 copies for $1,000 each. 3 years later, Nipsey would drop his debut album, Victory Lap, in a partnership record deal with Warner Music, which ensured he owned his masters. The album Victory Lap is certified platinum, selling 53,000 copies in its first week. Nipsey Hussle is known today for his music that contains a message of peace and hope, as well as having a hustler mentality and engaging in charity work. What can you learn from Nipsey Hussle? Don't be afraid to take risks. Look after your fans and always keep learning. Rest in peace to a true legend.